Good evening from Westminster. It is a deal no one in this country has seen apart from the cabinet ministers currently huddled in Downing Street.
They're all sitting round there,
She's
arguing their faces off.
She's having trouble persuading them to go with it.
I'd love to be a fly on that wall.
Yes, and me.
Can she possibly win in Parliament?
I think she's going to pull it off, John.
No, she's on her way out.
She isn't.
She is.
No, she isn't.
She's going to fail miserably.
No, she isn't. Don't start. Think positive. It's got to go through, John.
No, I am thinking positive. I'm a Remainer.
I know.
You're the Brexiteer.
What a mess it's going to be.
So we're now told she will come out and say something to us. We've no idea whether she'll take any questions.
Oh, it's opening.
Oh, hey, a door opened. Here we go. Oh, here she comes.
She's here.
The Cabinet has just had.
See, I think she should have a round of applause because the job she's done is phenomenal.
I agree with you.
It's phenomenal.
She has done a good job in really adverse circumstances.
The stress every day.
Let's listen to what Krishna's got to say.
What happens if Parliament says no?
They're miles apart, aren't they?
But the thing is, John, no matter who was sitting in those negotiations, whether it would be, if it was Jeremy Corbyn or whether it was
Boris would have done
Boris, they'd have all still come out with the same deal as Theresa has.
But it's still not a deal that's acceptable to everybody.
It never will be, John. Compromise, that's what we need.
Yes. I'm with you on the
Some
compromise.
of those MPs ought to practice what they preach.
She looks like losing around 7 pro-Remain Tory MPs on top of that.
Did these people honestly think that we were going to go into negotiations and get everything our own way? It wasn't going to happen, John.
It was never going to happen. Holly.
We've all got to make compromises. But to stand there when they don't even know what's going to go on and say, I'm going to vote against it.
They're not going to get a majority anyway. It's never going to get through Parliament, this isn't. It's a disaster. It's a nightmare.
Do you know, we pay these people. They work for us. The people have voted out.
Yeah, but when you elect them, you don't elect them and then tell them what they've got to say. You elect them because you believe that they guide the right direction.
But 2 years ago, we are voted out.
Yeah.
And they should be standing beside us to try and sort it out. But are they? No. They're all on their own agendas.
The Conservative Party must, after all, be looking into its soul tonight and deciding what it wants for itself, for the country.
Oh, Jacob Rees-Mogg. He gets
goodness.
right. He's on your side.
I know, but some of the things he's saying.
Oh, he gets right on my wiki, he does.
And I think the problem with a loser's vote, a second referendum by people who lost the first time, is why don't you then have a third? At what point do you stop?
At what point?
But isn't it reasonable to say to have another referendum, because we all now know a lot more about how difficult it is to leave, how difficult they're making it to leave, the effects it's going to have on business.
Did you honestly think Europe was going to make it easy for us?
No, I'm not on about that now. I'm asking though, isn't it possible that now we're all a bit more informed, we could have another referendum and people would make... I hesitate to say better. I know you would stick with your vote, but a lot of people might change their mind. You might find.
It's too late though, John. We've had the decision made 2 years ago. And just because a lot of these people don't like the decision, they want another referendum. Well, I'm sorry, they want another vote. It can't happen, John. We're in too much of a mess. We're too far down the line.
The comedian on the telly the other day, he was taking the mickey out of Brexit, and he was saying, we've made a decision, we're going to do it, and he likened it to somebody jumping out of an aeroplane. He says, I've got my parachute on, I made a decision, I'm going to do it, but somebody says the ripcord don't work, but I'm still going. So what do you think?
No.
Can the Prime Minister confirm whether under her deal it will be the sovereign right of the UK Parliament to unilaterally withdraw from any backstop?
Yes, they're desperate
That's
for a
what Corbyn
general
wants.
election.
Can you imagine?
He wants to be Prime
Corbyn
Minister.
and Abbott. Oh my God. What a combination.
I think the people are losing patience here. And we understand the difficult situation the Prime Minister has, because she has a divided government, she has a divided party, she has a divided parliament, but that is not our problem.
But you haven't made it easy for us, love.
Well, why would they? Why would they make it easy? They don't want us to go. The Germans especially.
I know they don't want us to go, John, but it's happening. It's got to happen.
Yeah, well, they're hoping if we put enough pressure on, we might change our minds. There'd be a party in Europe if we changed our minds.
There'd be an uproar here.
Yeah, there'd be a riot here and a party in Europe.
People frankly say that what they want is clarity right now, although very few...
Yeah, that's probably right, that is, isn't it?
I just think that Westminster is a shambles. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. We pay them to do a job. And
everybody's so split in Westminster. They just like us. They want the, you know, that half of Westminster want Brexit, half want Remain, and just like me and you.
But what do they want, John? They've had the vote.
Neither side will ever accept the other side winning.
Yeah, but
how long would the writ of another referendum last?
For a generation.
Even though I voted Remain, I didn't realise the difficulty that leaving was going to cause. Did you actually?
No,
did you actually realise?
No, I don't think anybody did.
So don't you think that it's a possibility that we could?
But
we could just have a referendum on the plan that's in place now after what she said.
No.
And we are much better informed now, aren't we, than we were 2.5 years ago.
But nothing's easy, John. There's so many things to sort out.
Were we that badly off 2.5 years ago? Are we that badly off in the EU? We've done all right, haven't we? And I know, you know, I'm talking personally now, and there are a lot of people in the country who aren't doing very well.
It isn't about how we've done, it's how the country's doing. It's what the country
wants. Yeah, but isn't the
wants.
country doing all right, don't you think?
No.
Do you think it'll be that much better off out of the EU?
Eventually, yes.
How long is eventually? Will I still be alive?
Well, it's going to be, until, they're saying, until 2020 before it's all actually sorted.
Yeah, well, the 1st of January 2021.
It'll just keep getting better, John.
From the 1st of January 2021. I think
all these little niggles will be ironed out,
as I've said before. As I've said before, I think
got to be sorted.
I think we'll go downhill for about 10 or 15 years before we start to climb uphill.
No, you're wrong. And we'll get there.
Maybe.
We will, John. We've done it before, and we'll do it again.
I like being in Europe, thanks.